I am not a Twitter guru, I will tell you that right now. I love Twitter once I got on it, and I've been on it for, I think it was beginning of last year when I started getting on it. And at first I didn't use it very much, and then at first what I did is just a lot of following. My wife called me a Twitter stalker, is what she called me in there, because I just followed what people did. She goes, well, you don't tweet anything. I said, I just want to follow and see what's going on first. I guess, let me preach for a little bit about my thoughts on Twitter is, at first when I got onto it, I was like, I'll do it, because I heard about it at somewhere where I won a conference or whatever, and thought, okay, I'll do it just to do it. But it has been the best PD experience that I've had as a professional. That's what I use it for. I follow people that are, administrators that I like to follow. I have other teachers that I'm following. I have the educational gurus that I'm following. Rick Wormley, I know some people went and saw Rick talk last year. I follow him on there. I follow, and I'll show you my list of followers. Father Leo from our ministry conference. I follow him on there, and he's got some great stuff on there, and it's just neat, and that professionally has made me grow into getting articles that I hand out to the staff or that I just read for myself to make myself better as an administrator. Lord knows I need all the help I can get with that. So, just basics, and I know some of you are at all different levels than other people are. When you go to log in, you don't have to put all you do is put your username in. Like mine, I didn't put in, because it's tied to my Kemper email account as well. You don't have to put that in, you just put your username only. So, let's not forget our username, otherwise it's going to make it awful difficult to log in. I have Twitter up on my computer every day when I open up my browser. My Chrome comes up and I have my Google Calendar and I have my Twitter up every day. And it doesn't mean, and all I do is periodically when I have a second, I'll check it and I'll see what's going on, if there's anything that sticks out to me. There's Father Leo right there. Okay? When you log on, that is your home page that you look at. Okay? As soon as you're on, this is the page that is always up for me when I go on. As you can see right here, this is all the information about you. Like I've tweeted 213 times. I'm following 86 different people, and I have 58 people following me. Okay? As you look through there, I can go right on there, and I can click on tweets, and I can say, okay, what have I all tweeted about? And I can go through and tweet, or I can retweet. Anyone want to figure out what retweeting is? Retweeting is just when you see something that you like that you want to post for someone else, for your followers to see, you just hit the little retweet button and it goes out to everybody else as well.
It's like a forward.
It's like a forward. Yep. And so like this, I don't follow this lady that just popped up there. I don't even know how to say her name, Cola. But down here, I follow edweb.net, and that's why it came up. Okay? My following list. And this is actually really good once you get on there. What I did is once I knew I wanted to follow, Rick Wormley was one that I knew I wanted to follow right away. Lots of good things about standard-based grade and everything else. Once I got on there, I clicked on his name, and I just started going through his list to see who he followed. And then you, at any time, can just start to choose those people. So if I go down here and I choose, where are you, Mary?
Right there.
Okay, so I can choose Mary Trent off the list because I'm following her. And it's just like anything else. Okay, I clicked on it, brought up a little, and then if I click on her name again, it'll bring me up to her page. And once I get to her page, now I can look at who she's following, who's following her. So I can go on there and I can go through the list and I can say, oh, I don't have them. You follow Shane Arp, huh?
Mm-hmm.
So Shane, if I want to follow Shane, I can just hit I'm going to follow. And now any tweet that he puts out, I'm going to be able to get. Okay?
How did you find that? When you were following? Did you go to search?
How did I find that? Okay, so I went to Mary's.
Did you go
You
to
probably
it, follow and put
you
it
have to
in?
follow somebody first.
You have to, if you follow me,
So type in Ted's name under search. Maybe show him a search Ted to find you.
okay, so this is what you do. at the top of my page, see above my head, it says, oh, here, I'm gonna get off there. It says search.
Yeah.
Okay? So I can search anybody I want to search and see if they have a Twitter page. You just type in their name. The thing you have to be careful about, and we learned this with the Pope beforehand, if you do Pope Francis, there's more than one page on there. You have to find the official Twitter page of. Okay?
So.
His is what?
Pope Francis.
Pontifex. Is what we got.
Pontifex, right?
Yeah.
What?
Okay.
That's the official web page, or Twitter page.
Add your selection.
All right.
Now, got 4. I need to. Yeah, I'll approve all you guys later. So you can't follow me until I approve you. So
So will Father Leo have to approve us?
no, certain. Okay, that's another thing you have to figure out about Twitter. Mine, because I don't want just let anybody. I like to see who's following me before I approve it. So I have to go on and approve it. It's how you set up your account, and I'll show you that in a second. But when you set up your account, it tells you whether you want it to be private and have to be asked to let someone follow you. Father Leo has enough followers that he just says, follow me. The Pope, enough followers, he just says, follow me. If you get down to, like, okay, I talked about Rick Wormley before. He has enough followers, he doesn't care who follows him. Okay? Mary, I don't know.
No, I don't approve them because I don't have time.
Okay, there you
Tyler
go.
Ludwig has to be approved.
What's that?
Tyler Ludwig
There you go.
is going to.
Because he doesn't want his mom following him.
You can
so.
follow me, yes.
You
You can just automatically follow me. I don't like wait. You don't have to wait for my approval to follow me because I don't have time to answer those emails and click
She doesn't
approve.
have it set that way. So
Okay. So here's what you want to do.
Follow me if you want to.
I'll show you how to set that up really quick. So let's say I go to Penny Miller's page. Okay? So I'm on Penny's page. Now, if I want to go back to mine instead of using the back arrow, you see the control panel up here? You just hit home, and that takes you to your home page. It takes you right back to where your main page where you're logged in at. Okay? If I want to change my settings, okay, and I haven't done this, okay? You see this little wheel over here?
The gear.
The gear, click down on the arrow, and I can hit settings. Under my settings, that's where I can change my email, any of that kind of information. And then I can, Mary, help me out here. I haven't done this in a while. Do not inform me, show me that makes sense. Okay, it must not be here then.
Is it in security and privacy? I think we're on the
Might be
on
in
the
the
side.
Oh, right there.
Oh, there it is. Okay, under your account, thank you, Sarah. Security and privacy. So I click on that.
over to the left.
Over to your left, after you go on that wheel to settings, it'll take you to account. And then on the left, you have different ones you can choose from.
Which one?
Don't.
And so I chose protect my tweets. And it says only those you approve will receive your tweets. If you have that, if you don't put that little check mark in there, then if I request to follow you, you don't have to approve it. I'll just, yeah. And I just like to know, make sure I want people following me that are acceptable, I guess. Okay? But this page right here has all your settings on it. We can take the time to go through there, but that's going to take a long time, and it's probably not the information you want. Or we can ask questions at the end, how to change your settings and everything else.
Did you have to save that then? Did you put it in the?
You have to say change at the bottom, is it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Once you change it, the state changes will come up down here at the bottom. Okay?
You hit security and privacy to get that. Yeah.
Okay? And then under privacy, protect my tweets. If you exit, that means they have to ask you for approval to follow.
That's your own personal preference.
Yeah, you don't have to. Some people do, some people don't. It's probably 50-50. It just depends on what they use it for. And then hit save changes. How do I get back to my page?
Oh.
You hit home every time. It takes you right back to your main page then.
Yeah, I was trying to follow Leah.
Okay.
And then when I went back to the home, it only showed me following Pope Francis. So I didn't know how I lost him.
I don't know.
some people you might.
and you unfollow people the same way. So if I go to my, let's say I'm following these people. If I don't want to follow Penny anymore, I click where it says following. See how I just hover over it? Is it unfollow? It'll take it out of the list. Now, let me explain from experience, or not my experience, but PJ Hedrington got on Twitter. He was asking me at the beginning of the year. He started to use it more and more. But what he did is he was posting stuff about weight room and stuff like that, so all the kids started following him. The first thing he did is he said, it says, and as soon as somebody says they'd like to follow Erin, it'll come up and she'll have the opportunity to follow them right back. Okay? He did that and started following all these kids, and then he was getting these tweets that he didn't really want on there. There was nothing bad, but he just didn't want them on there in case there ever was. So he goes, well, how do I get those? Well, don't follow those people then. And so that's when you go back on, you unfollow them.
They can still follow
Okay?
you though.
They can still follow you. They will see all your tweets, but you will not see what they do.
And Tyler
Okay.
Tyler Edwards has something in his video about that too, some good advice. So I'll show you that too.
So you have to make sure that if it's something that you're, I'm not sure, then I would not follow them. Okay? But you always have that opportunity to follow people back.
Once you're following somebody, if you click on the same button that you click to follow, it says unfollow, and you click them to unfollow.
How do you go? You search over here?
Yeah, so you click on who you're following. See there now?
Guys, add ones to me without me saying.
All right, we'll give you a couple minutes to play here. My goal is to get parents to follow me.
Is that your job? If I have to approve sauce. Yeah, that's my.
Are you
So-
I haven't seen Twitter
Or
either.
anything about. So if you.
Huh. I haven't seen Twitter do that.
I've typed it in over and over and over again.
So, do we get tweets that are even came in? That has some
Yes,
tweets.
yes.
I feel like I
Making
get
her-
some tweets of people I
making
just
her-
don't follow.
Well, then you need to go back up and see who you're following.
But she hasn't set up an account yet, right?
Yeah, I see how come I got them.
I got one that I have already.
Mark Hart, that's Jerry and. So we can get tweets from people we've chosen who they get tweets from, right?
Yes.
And we may not want them, and that's what you were talking about, go in.
Well, that you don't have a choice in. Okay? Here, let me show you.
Then what if I don't?
You just don't read it.
You just don't, I mean, you don't read it, yeah. But I get stuff, and I can't find, of course I can't find a good one right now.
Junk
I have
emails.
done this 4 times.
Okay, I need to know, did you sign up then already? And you just can't sign in?
Here, I'll go to PJ, because he always has something to say.
All right.
Okay.
There was a PJ up there.
Here's Jeff Blankman's. Okay, here's the question. The question was, okay, so I follow PJ, and if you see my, where the little hand is, it says retweeted by PJ. Okay, I don't follow Jeff Blankman. I don't think. Okay? I don't think I do. But I don't follow Jeff Blankman. Okay? But I'm going to get his tweets if someone that I follow retweeted his. Okay? I guess that's kind of under your control too, though, because, like, since I'm accepting PJ's tweets, I'm assuming that he is being, but if I see that he's starting to put stuff, or whoever's starting to put stuff on there I don't want, then I'll just unfollow PJ who keeps retweeting. Okay? But you can't control what other people retweet, and you're going to get that on your
Oh,
board.
I see, that's where it says by
Okay.
retweet.
That's where it says retweet. Exactly. Okay?
How do you unfollow?
How do you unfollow them? You click on their name, and you just hover over where it says following,
Yeah, that's.
and it'll change to unfollow.
I know. When can, I don't like this.
No, over the blue part.
Over the blue part. See?
There.
And then you would just click on it.
And then it'll show up until you.
Does that send him an email saying?
No, it does not. You don't get, nope.
Now, next time you go on, Jeannie, it'll be gone.
It,
You
yeah.
gotta, it won't.
It doesn't just disappear instantly.
That's exactly how it is.
Okay?
How to
All right.
Hover over the following, blue following.
Yeah.
It'll
Yeah,
say
I did.
unfollow. But then you have to come back on the next time if you click.
When it refreshes again, it'll.
Yeah, when it
So
refreshes.
where is she? Okay, I got, I want to get rid of this one.
Find me?
I
capitalize my.
I didn't think I
Oh.
All right.
Yeah, when you don't do
So,
and it wasn't a retreat.
everyone have their main page up?
To not follow.
Is everybody following somebody now?
No, not in yet.
We're getting there.
That one is
I mean, not like you or.
You can't find it?
Go back
do
to
it.
your.
Type in Mary J. Trent.
Okay. And all one letter, that's all I'm gonna have to follow.
It's a picture of our dog.
Yeah, you know.
Here's a Jody Ludwig.
Go back to my and see, let me just see the
Here's
tweet
a Jody
again.
Ludwig.
Okay.
How do you know it's Jody Ludwig? It is.
We get emails like that.
And now you just click follow.
Yesterday, you can follow.
Hold on,
us.
you might-
So if you
Well, then click here and see what happens.
Yep, now you're on Mary, you're following
I
Mary.
don't know
So
now.
now you can see your, who you're
I don't
following.
want to end up following.
LinkedIn, I don't know.
Yeah.
You have to ask
Okay, and
Ted.
And now you're following 3 people.
I think that's a professional thing. I know
It
Rob,
is.
Just click on
Rob
it, and now
told
it's
you
a
well,
solid
he's
button.
asking me to follow him on LinkedIn. I know.
I know. Who's it?
Now you're on the follow.
Someone I know.
If you want mine, you can type in my name, or you go to Mary's and go on her list, and you can follow anybody on that list that you want, which is what I do a lot of.
You can follow me.
And that's, the best way to find out who you want to follow is, if you know there's somebody that you really want to follow, go to them and then look at their following list. And then it's easy just to go through and start clicking follow, follow, follow on whoever you want to follow.
But I'm
Okay.
trying to find Jody Ludwig, and there's a lot of Jody Ludwigs, but there's no pictures, so how do you know which Jody Ludwig is Jody Ludwig?
Mary? I guess if it's someone, so here's a great way to do it. Okay, if it's somebody that you know personally, I would just ask them, "What is your Twitter name?" and type in their Twitter name.
Okay.
Because if there are multiple of that person, I mean, there's no good way to know which one is which,
Not without-
especially without a
The
picture.
one thing is, yeah, just put your picture
You
in.
gotta get your picture.
I'm trying to. That'd be great because I'm trying to approve these people so they get me on there.
I don't know how I had photos. I mean, at one time I did.
Now, I do something similar but different too. You might have heard of something called a tweet deck or Hootsuite is another one. And basically, TweetDeck is a Chrome app because I use Chrome. And what TweetDeck does is, I just went to the Chrome store, but TweetDeck allows me to have all of my feeds that I'm following all in a line, so I can see them all.
It's good to see, Mary. Gives us hope.
I know. Okay, so this is what my TweetDeck looks like.
Cool.
And I like this because, do you use this, Ted?
No, it drives me crazy, but that's fine.
Okay.
So, your own personal preference.
Some of us women like to do that thing called multitasking.
And I am not good at that. I'd rather scroll down.
Okay, this is my timeline. This is like everything that's coming in from all of my feeds. And then here are some interactions. Like I've had some interactions with some folks. Stephen Hopper, for instance, is a new AEA technology consultant. And we were both at Coon Rapids conference the other day, and he's like, "Hey, Mary, I see you're tweeting here. Where are you?" I'm like, "I'm in this Google session. Where are you?" He's like, "I'm in the Google section too. Where are you?" He was sitting behind me, 2 people back. And so then I met him. He's in teaching an online class too, and he's actually in that class, so we met, and so that was kind of cool. But then over here, it shows some activity of things going on, and that shows like who's kind of tweeting, following me, and that kind of thing. I follow some of these hashtags or groups too. That one is integrationalists, and so these are folks that are technology integration specialists like myself. And some of them are nationally known, like for instance, Kathy Schrock. I just saw her at iTech. She is amazing. I follow her. And then over here too, like I went to the iTech conference and I was tweeting and reading tweets from other folks as the conference was going on, learning things. And so if I was at one session and someone else is another session and they put, oh my gosh, this is a great resource, they tweet out the link, I have it then too. And then here too, this is the Coon Rapids one, by the way. You all should follow Shanna Miller. She's amazing. She is at Van Meter. She integrates wonderfully, Skypes with people of the world, does these great, wonderful projects. She is an awesome person to follow. So this is TweetDeck, okay? People have different preferences, some just like Twitter, which is what Ted showed you. I personally like the TweetDeck because I like to see multiple things going on. Yeah.
How do they end up where they end up? Is that
I
because they're
can
in a group?
decide. Yeah, I can
Or
decide.
you move them?
I can move them and
Okay.
change the order of them too, and move them back and forth.
Okay.
See right here, I can move this over here if I wanted to. So I can reorder them too.
Okay.
But any conversation you're part of or group you're part of,
But
it
you
automatically goes up
go,
there.
you go in there and organize them.
Yeah.
They
We'll
don't
talk about
shoot
that.
into a
We should
certain
talk about
side.
hashtags.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hashtag, you guys have heard of hashtags, right? What are they, right? Okay, a hashtag is a conversation that's going on, or a group, or a group conversation that's going on.
So, okay, right now in your search, on your account, type in your hashtag, your pound sign, AEA11, I think they have one. Okay, and then hit search. So where it says search, hit hashtag AEA11, and yours is going to look totally different than theirs. You want to do
You
that?
mean
or-
like that up there? I mean that one or this one?
In your search, type in
Pound
this.
sign. Yeah.
I'm sure there is one.
And then enter.
It's either AEA11 or it's Heartland AEA.
I would say it's
That's
probably
not-
Heartland.
There's AEA11.
Why
is it a
hashtag?
Mine should come up.
Because it is.
That's not what I was
Just get our.
Don't say, oh, every
I didn't get it.
Yeah.
Brent,
Try Heartland AEA. Maybe it was Heartland AEA that's a better one. I just want them to have an example up so they can see exactly.
Well, and that's what happens too.
That's what I was thinking.
Kevin Bangman and Ian Coon.
Heartland AEA.
Heartland AEA. Okay.
Hashtag Heartland AEA.
No 11?
no 11, it says.
No 11. Heartland AEA. No space. PJ made that mistake too. He was wondering why he said something about hashtag pork chops or something like that. And it was 2 words, he put a space. And so I said, PJ, you realize that took you somewhere totally different than what you wanted? And because there's no spacing, it's all one. But if you go to it, it'll take you to any conversation like on this that is talking about Heartland AEA. So if you're interested in, and you can just start searching hashtag
Recipes.
treasures, if it's for your reading series, treasures reading series or something like that. Or, you know, if you have a certain kind of, yeah, I mean, you can do anything. It's just like in search, and then it's just put in a group for you so you can just read all about that, because then on my page, that's all it is anyone else ever tweeted about that.
If you notice too that these last 2 of mine on my tweet deck, you see the hashtag, this is iTech13 and hashtag West Central Iowa Tech Institute, whatever. So those 2 events have their own hashtags, and therefore all of us that are there go under that hashtag and have conversations with each other as it's going on.
And that also means that if Mary comes back, she can tell you, and you want to know what happened there, she can just tell you, type in that hashtag. Because it's not locked just for
Right.
those people. Anybody can go and search it, so you can see what was going on there too.
Exactly.
A lot of conferences, classes, those types of things you go to, they will start the class and they'll just say, what do you want to hashtag this as? Because you can hashtag it as anything. I mean, we could start a group right now, maybe we should, a hashtag group, you know,
Twitter idiots.
Kemper Twitter, hashtag Kemper Twitter or whatever.
Do that right now, Ted. I'll tell you.
Some other things might come up.
Okay, just do it right here.
Twitter idiots. There might be a lot of
Oh,
conversation.
here.
Thousands.
Let me think here.
Have to keep it appropriate though.
Yes.
So
All right.
we'd accept it.
So I'm going to show you how to compose a tweet. We're going to see if this works because I don't use hashtags a lot. I'm starting to learn how to use them. All right,
I've never created one, I followed them.
and that's what I do.
Yeah,
So
so
we're
we're
gonna test,
We're
okay? So
Just put in hashtag tech, KCSS tech training.
Tweet.
So you're tweeting this?
I'm gonna tweet
Tweet
it,
this out right now.
and then you'll be able, if you follow me, you'll be able to click on it, or you can. The second. So let me do this first. Working with tech training.
Yeah. This might be our official tweet, maybe for all of our Kemper Tech training too. We can do that, and I can tweet stuff out to you, so you get used to checking your Twitter and.
Now, so I started this. Obviously, when I go here, okay, I can click right in the link. It's gonna take me to that. There's nothing in there right now. But I can start tweeting in that. But whenever you, okay, I gotta remember, you have to hashtag that and it'll go to that tweet. Correct? So, now if Mary, you wanna go to yours? Try it. Okay, Mary's gonna do that. If you search for that hashtag, it should pull up that screen. Okay?
So I'm gonna go.
It was, what did we use? Hashtag KCSS
Tech training.
Tech Training. Like I said, we're learning as we go along here too. Search that, it should take you to an empty page. Mary's gonna test it out and see if she tweets that. Great stuff or something like that. Or learning about Twitter.
Should I do the hashtag here though? Yeah.
Yes, I think you do it first.
And then, so it's.
Okay, no results, that's what it should say. Right?
It says no results.
Yeah, it says no tweet results.
But it takes you to a page.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna see what she does here.
You have to accept a few of us.
I guess if you want. Now do you see it?
I did do more.
Yeah, because I just asked you.
If I'm gonna refresh, maybe it should come.
Check mine.
Yeah, because then we can be included in your.
Good job. It came out good. But
Did-
it didn't come in his.
It should not come under TEDS. It should come under that hashtag KCSS Tech Training.
It says one new result.
Oh, great stuff.
Okay, one new word there.
And then you put.
When you hit one new result,
Yep.
it's
It
me.
takes a little while.
It's
One
a,
new
yeah, the
result
KCSS
comes.
Tech Training.
That says 10.
Okay.
Mine
It's not TED, it's
Mine is.
it's a
Run it up there.
hashtag Tech Training.
So that's how you start a hashtag group. So now, from now until the end of time, or Twitter shuts down, which might be the end of time, who knows? This hashtag is just for us, our group. Now, someone in Florida could type that in by some off chance, and they could read everything we've ever put in this group. Now, if you want to add something to that group, Mary, you put that first, correct?
What's that?
You put this first, and then you add what your comment.
Yes, yes.
So what you do is you enter this in there as the very first thing you tweet. So if I want to go back to mine, I would do this. Oops.
Yeah.
Is that me? Yeah.
Yeah, here you go.
All right.
There's two results. There's two new tweets.
All right. So here I would say pound KCSS Tech Training.
And see, like what you probably do too is iPad and on my phone, I Twitter on there too, and I can take a picture right from my phone and tweet it right away. It goes right. It's an option to go right to Twitter. That's what I did for my Shannon Miller ones.
So we're supposed to type something?
Yeah, what are we supposed to save this or reply or what?
Tweet.
Okay. If you want to tweet and you enter that in there, it should all go in that group.
I know, me too.
Okay.
What does tweet even mean?
Tweet means you're putting a message out there.
Give them a little blip.
So you're writing something. You're chirping. You're tweeting.
And I'll show you here before we're done. I'll show you some of the stuff that I've tweeted.
Okay, so you go home,
Yeah.
you can pose a tweet, but we have to
You
put
put
that.
the hashtag in there.
Put the hashtag.
Yeah.
So Lynette, just tweet it.
And hit
See?
spacebar.
And it goes right up there.
Or I can just push tweet to see.
No, well, you gotta write something.
Why do I have to?
Well, we won't know that, they won't know what you gotta, you tweet it as you're giving a message.
And it
You just wanna look for it.
I just want to see it show.
They want to search.
Oh, I'm just not, okay. Okay.
Oh, yeah, it just go to that.
I'm gonna type the meeting.
Mine says, help.
Is that what you said?
Okay.
You didn't tweet anything.
I did just now.
Okay.
I have my first tweet.
Oh, I
All
don't.
right. We're trying to figure this out because we're still learning.
I'm not up there. So
See, like, if you're on your phone, if you have like Twitter on your phone and stuff like I do, I just did a search, I did the hashtag, which is that £. That's all that hashtag means is £, by the way. And I typed in KCSS tech training, and I can see that those are your folks there. I see Ted twice. I do see you. I see myself, I see Lynette. Now, if I want to tweet, there's a box with a feather, like a, what do you call it, a quill, that you can write stuff. So I'm going to tweet something again right from my phone. This time, though,
It's gonna
there's
look
a
just like this.
camera, because I have my phone. So I'm going to push the camera. I'm going to take a picture of you all. Smile, everybody, look here, smile, jeez.
Oh.
All right, so I just took a picture of you. I'm going to click use,
Okay.
and then click done.
Now,
I only have
I'm gonna, okay,
Mary's and Ted.
and I'm gonna explain that to you. Now, mine, even though I put it in,
Here.
it comes up on my homepage.
He hasn't approved me, maybe?
I did approve you. You're approved now. Okay? But look at all these people that have tweeted and have that hashtag. It takes a little bit for it to get into that hashtag. Because mine from way down here just got in there. I think Lynette did because she did it from her phone.
Yeah.
That's why I went through quicker.
Yeah.
Oh.
See, now they're starting to come in.
Way to go, Lynette.
Lynette, you did it twice.
Follow Jody, it won't let me.
When you write a message, how do you send it?
Did I tweet that?
Okay.
How do you even use this?
Okay. How do you write a simple message?
I know how to write it.
Okay, this is all you do. Go back to your homepage if you want to know how to write a simple message.
Well, it's right here.
See, there's my picture, came up.
I do not have all that.
You see
It's
the.
going to take a little bit, Jody, to come.
Yeah,
to
it takes a little bit to go, especially
And I
if
only have Lynette's.
Okay.
Ted's, Mary's, and
it's, go to your
Lynette's.
homepage now. Well, no, because you don't follow everybody. That's why. That's why I have more, because I follow more people.
Yeah.
So we have to follow them?
Oh,
No,
so
not
why
once you get into there. It'll end up coming
Well, I'm
up.
not following Lynette, and I
But
have
you're-
hers. You all do.
See, there's, you got mine, so you can see the view photo. See that?
Yeah.
You can see that, and Lynette. That's all everything that I see. You got everything.
Oh, she's got Jackie's and Diane's and, I don't have any of those.
Because you're not following me yet, Jody.
I'm not following Lynette either, and I have hers.
Yeah.
But they should.
Anybody.
Give them some time. Like these two just popped up now.
Yeah.
And they're on my actual Twitter feed quicker than what they were in here. Now you won't get them. Okay. Now here's the thing that you have to be careful about. The reason you go into these hashtag rooms is because then you can read tweets from people that you do not follow. Okay? But if you're just on your home, you're only going to get the tweets from the people that you've approved or whatever. Okay?
Explain again what the
Okay.
retweet is.
So
If you click
this is
all,
my homepage.
then you get them. Sorry.
This is my homepage. This is my homepage. Anyone that follows me or that I've approved to have followed me, I will get their tweets. Or that I'm following, I guess. I will get their tweets. But if you don't, so if Penny doesn't follow Connie, she's not going to get Connie's tweet. But if she goes to this KCSS tech training, she will see Connie's tweet on that because they're in the same room, for lack of a better word.
Same conversation.
Okay? And they will keep. Yeah, there you go. Click all. Thank you, Diane. Click all right here and you'll get everybody that made a conversation about that.
Do you notice, guys, too, that my picture, go to mine where it has the picture. You see that where it says picture Twitter, and it has almost like a website. You see that where it says view photo. So either one of those makes the photo come up. You can also, if you mouse on that photo, you can download it too. I think there's a save button when you mouse, not right click, just click on it.
Oops.
And then when you mouse, there should be like a little save. Anyway, you should be able to right click on it and save or download.
You can retweet.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, I'm gonna tell them to go tweet really quick.
Yeah.
All right. So those of you that said, how do I even tweet? It's not that hard. When you're on your homepage, go to your homepage. You don't have to put a hashtag or anything. 9 times out of 10, I do not put a hashtag on there. 90 times out of 91, I do not put a hashtag on there.
Right.
Okay? I just want to compose whatever I want. I type it in here. Tech training. Oops. And notice you only have, how many characters? 141?
140.
140. Okay, you only have 140 characters. That's why you start seeing people that put numerals and everything else in there. But all I did, okay, I typed that in and I hit tweet. And it will come up right away. Now the only people that are going to see that are people that are following me. Okay, if you're not going to see what I just did on your screen. Okay? See, Jackie Kitch just did it. Okay? Now, let me show you some of my tweets that I've done, and then I'll be done. I'll just answer questions. As I go through here, okay, any email that, or anyone that sends you a tweet, like, well, these are my retweets. Here, I'm going to go back home. Okay? I don't know who you're talking.
Dan Ryan.
There you go.
He follows me. That was scary.
Okay, but let's say I want to retweet that. So I can go, you see right down below Penny's thing, it says reply, retweet, favorite, more. Yeah. You hit retweet, and then it'll say, do you want to retweet this to your followers? You say retweet. And that little arrow comes up. You just tweet it. Okay? Or you can tweet by doing the compose. And then you can always go back and you can look at the tweets that you've made. And you can go through here. See, I've retweeted some here, like from Dan. I use Instagram, that's a whole nother thing, but
Don't go there.
I can,
Not today.
but okay, Mrs. Greaves, first grade, learn about spiders through the ICN. And then you can click on that link, just like Mary said before, it'll give you a picture of what they were doing. That's one thing I like to do. I like to go around classrooms, take pictures, and post them. Okay? Put a little thing, it's good for parents, that way parents can go ahead and see it if they, if they'd like to.
So do you approve parents?
I do, yeah, I have some parents on there.
One of the thoughts that we have too is to do an official Kemper school tweet. We're going to need to talk about that, but that might be one reason why Anna's here too. We've been talking, so we might want to do an official. But there's a Kemper Catholic one out there, but it's not official.
Right.
It's somebody else, so we'll have to make an official thing, but we'll talk about that.
The number one thing I would tell you as you get started, and then I'll be quiet and let Mary take over, is don't go on there thinking you have to tweet every day. I think I tweeted 10 times in my first year. Okay? I used it just taking time, going through, figuring out who I wanted to follow, getting articles, reading things, learning about it as I went through. I have had parents that do follow me comment that, well, I like that. I can see what's going on in the school. I mean, I think it's great that as you're moving along, and if you have a phone, a smartphone, and I know not everyone has that, but you can take a picture, you can tweet it, and show what's going on in your classroom. And then you're not calling Mary to say, can you come down and do this? Because I tweeted when, let's see, where's,
Lydia?
5th graders.
I did not. McGruff. Okay, McGruff came to talk to kindergartners, so I tweeted that out. Okay, so that people could see that what was going on. When we did the Living Rosary in the Holy Spirit Gym, I took a picture and I tweeted that out, so anyone that had it could see what we were doing.
We'll be able to get pictures on our computer, right?
Should we be fearful about
So
like
it's hard to do.
if parents would be mad that their kid just showed up? And
They sign a waiver at the beginning of the year at registration.
Do we know who cannot be photographed?
Ann said nobody said no this year.
Okay.
Awesome.
In the whole system?
Thank you, Ted.
Wow.
Ted, thank you for coming.
I know, it was pretty enlightening, wasn't it?
It's awesome. We would love to have our administrators come back, wouldn't we?
Yeah.
Isn't that awesome?
Question though, is there any way that I can just see what
had tweeted?
Just me?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Click on my
Look at his
name.
name, and you see just.
So
all
if you
his
just click on my name, and then you'll just see my tweets all there.
So 200.
Yep, and you can click on my 215 tweets, and you can go right through just my list. Okay. So go to who you're following.
Hold
Yep,
and follow.
or click on my name there. Yep, anywhere you see my name, there should be a hyperlink. And then underneath, you see where it says 217 tweets? You can click on there and it'll give you every tweet that I've ever done.
Do it on the
They're
iPad.
pretty high level thinking, I'll tell you what.
I'm gonna direct you guys to a couple places, or a place. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna direct you to your Google Drive. I'm just gonna show you where that folder is. I know there's some of you folks here that maybe I did include, like maybe Penny and some other than Susan, that I need to include in that folder. But in your Google Drive, you should have a folder that says Technology Training 2013, okay? And it's probably under Drive, where all your folders are. Okay, you see that? This is where all your folders are. And Penny, I probably don't have it shared with you.
How do we get?
And I'll share it with some of you folks right there. Tech Training 2013. Let me go back again. Sorry.
How do we get to training?
Yeah, we can't sign in.
We're not in our.
You'll need a new
login.
We can't
Oh. Yeah, you can. Go to school.com and log in. You don't have to log in the computer with your account. You can log into Google with your account. Just sign out before you leave.
You don't have to. He's got the program.
So anyway, let me go through and share.
No, because however you set up.
Because I know some folks don't have it, but I need to share that with
Go on your settings.
Miller
And there's just a box that says protect your
and
if you exit, then you get to prove it. That's what I do. If you leave it blank, then
got
you
you.
don't
Is
have
there any evidence and?
to. I just did it.
Okay, I'm sharing that folder with you folks that were non-teacher people. This should show up under Drive. It should say Technology Training 2013. And you have to log into your Google account and click Google over there on the left-hand side.
And it's not.
Where it says, and go under Drive. At the top, see Drive going across, click Drive.
You're not gonna
There
see
you go.
the tweet.
And go under Share
Unless
with me
you
or Drive.
Click on, I want to follow
Click
this.
under Drive, that arrow by Drive.
I just like my privacy, that there's some people.
I don't have a drive on mine.
And actually, I don't like it because.
You have to get into
That's
the
all
phone.
$9 and it's.
They just throw junk on there. So,
That came up new.
Yes, it did.
I can sort of heard something,
always
but
get an email or a Twitter notification.
Yeah.
there and direct her on how to get into
I find it.
She can search you, yep, you can search anybody, and then they'll send you a
Is
request.
there anyone else that doesn't have it?
See it until you say approve. If
But I mean, if she just goes out and searches.
yeah, and on
Okay,
your
Jamie,
phone
it's
or
sent it
whatever
to
it
you.
comes up, you just
We
say,
understand the viewership.
your Twitter.
Okay, so in that folder, I wanted to share with you really quickly, as I said, Tyler Edwards, he did a web cam. It's under, in your drive, it's under Twitter, Tyler Edwards. What I did is, he did a screencast, and then please don't play the video while I play it, because it'll take forever to stream it. I'm gonna click present. I'm gonna go full screen and play.
Hey everybody, I'm Tyler Edwards here with us. Talk to us a little bit about what he does with Twitter and how he uses it. So, Tyler, will you tell us about some of the things that you tweet out?
Well, Mary, I kind of use my account. If I go to my page, it's at Hoop Coach Eddie. Because being a basketball coach here, I wanted to make it friendly amongst high school kids and graduating alumni and anybody that wants to follow all types of sports, and then it also could be used for my personal account. But that's my homepage, and actually you can click here and go to home, which is like your live feed, which everybody that I follow and people that retweet stuff come up on my homepage.
Okay. And so you've given like game updates as they're happening and games and stuff. Can you show us an example of that?
Yeah, I got I go to me, and then these are my tweets right here. I can go back to the last playoff game.
And then you do this mainly from your phone, and you have an iPhone, is that right?
Yes, I go use my iPhone and I go right from there. But like right here, it says Reed Piper goes 28 yards for TD. Extra point good by Niehaus makes it 49-0. And then I just then I send, and people are able to follow along. If they're not at the game, they can read my my tweets and be able to follow the game.
Okay, so like for instance, then also I see that you might have some pictures in some of those, like down below here. But one, right there's a link right there to a picture, is that right?
Yeah, that's kind of not a good picture. I can show you another one. For example, I was found out via Facebook that the Kemper Kicks State Solo Contest was the other night, and I emailed or messaged Coach Nurl. She sent me a picture of the girls all at the State Solo Contest, and I put SO on as I'm learning the lingo here with the high school kids, but it's a big shout out to Coach Nurl and the Kicks girls for a strong showing in the State Solo. And so then I added the girls, and I just sent that out, and I took a picture with I guess I got that on my phone, got it sent to me, and then I just uploaded that onto Twitter.
And I see too that there is an icon to save that picture, so I believe that if you wanted to save and download that picture if you wanted it.
Yes, but I'm not sure how to do that. if you look at this is what's kind of fun about Twitter. You can see how many people favor. That's kind of just like at Facebook when somebody likes something, so they'll favor it, and then also if they really like it, then they retweet it. So 5 different people actually retweeted that, and then you can click on that. I think just one click,
There you go, it's just right there.
and you can go down and look at all the people that retweeted that, and that became, their thing on their page.
And I see that you have some Kemper students that are following you. Can you talk to everybody about how you handle that?
Yeah, let me get back to me here. Did this, and you can, if I click on my followers, I have some people these are the ones that are following me. If you look at Michaela Nealon, she's following me. She's a graduate, so my rule is I will follow the ones, if they allow me to, the ones that graduate, to keep in touch. The ones that are still in high school, if you look at, I just had it right there, like Evan Koster. He's a middle school student. He follows me, but I will not follow them. Until they graduate, then I will follow them. I just think, I don't want to know any of their business. Most of the kids wouldn't care, but it's a good way to, keep in contact. I got a lot of alumni that know on football games that I'm tweeting this stuff out, and they're able to follow the game without actually having to be at the game.
That's awesome. All right. Anything else you'd like to share with us?
It's just a neat trick. I actually just started doing this summer. I had Mitch Osborne at Harlan give me a hard time that I haven't been on Twitter yet, and he showed me how to do it. And since July, I've got 230 followers, and I'm following 285, and I put out 343 tweets, so it's kind of fun.
Awesome.
It's a good way to keep in touch. I'm going to use this year in basketball. Instead of emailing or texting all the individual players, I'm going to make sure all the basketball players, grades 9 through 12, follow me, and I'll just tweet out, for example, practice is canceled due to the weather, and then every kid will get it. So hopefully that goes well.
All right, thanks a lot, Tyler.
Thank you.
Good job, Tyler. Good job, Tyler. So that is in that folder that I shared with you. It's under right here where it's actually it's a presentation, a Google presentation. And all I did was I embedded that YouTube video right into there. Okay, so that's there if you want to watch it again about Tyler. And then this Twitter resources. This is an important one. I want you to pay attention to this one too. As I said, there are some websites here that are for beginners. Some of the lingo is there so you understand what they're talking about. And then again down here, this is again for the more of the jargon and stuff. And then even going down further, and then this last page. This very first link is called Cyberyman. This is a guy that went through a bunch of well-known hashtags that are out there. Remember, hashtags are group conversations, okay? But these are well-known, high-quality, educational hashtags that would be good for you to follow, okay? So if you're interested in, you know, apps for kids, talking about iPad apps for kids, you would want to follow that because they're going to have people constantly tweeting good apps for kids. One of the ones that let's see, EdTech is one that I follow too. It's a really good one that I follow. It's technology stuff. There's just different ones. There's a mock trial one. Do you see that? There's science ones, science chat. There's math ones. There's social studies. There's ag education. There's all kinds here, okay? And so it goes on and on. So this is a good place for you to start. Like, who should I follow? This is a good place to start. These are good hashtags to follow for your own PD. And they call this your personal learning network, okay? So you're on Twitter, you're following these professionals, you're following these hashtags that are groups of people that you're learning about the areas in your education that you want to learn from. So it's really your own personal, your own professional development through Twitter. That's how I use it. I don't put on here, do I look fat in these jeans, or I just went to the mall, or whatever. I use it for professional stuff only. And I lurk, and that's what he was talking about, where you're not actually tweeting. I don't tweet a lot, but I am doing more because I think part of what makes Twitter great is our contributions to it. And I have valuable things to say just like somebody else, and you do too. And so part of what makes Twitter great is the contribution. But by all means, until you feel comfortable, lurk. And lurk is just getting on there and reading, clicking on great links and finding resources. And by all means, then if you find something cool, retweet it and let your Great Alike team know, hey, I put out something great on Twitter, go to the link and check it out. That's how we want it to kind of start using.
When you retweet, do you have to retweet their whole message, or can you just take the link off of there?
When you retweet the whole message.
The
if
whole
you just
message.
want the link, I think you can copy
The link and then
possibly.
put it into your...
Yeah, when you click the link and you go to the actual website, you can go up to the URL, copy it, paste it, and put it in yours if you want.
Mary, where'd you get this again?
This again,
Google Drive.
it's in your Google Drive.
Here with me. Technology Training 2013.
Yes, ma'am.
In there.
Yes, it's in there.
And I don't have that.
It's
Can
right
you
here.
print something
Let me-
like that out once it's up there?
Can you print this out? Yeah. Or that web, with all the
That
hashtags?
whole list?
That's a website, so you can try and print it out. It doesn't print out very good, but
When
you
you
can
go back,
try.
instead of clicking on
I can get
technology
that
training,
figured
go down to Twitter resources.
But it's in the technology.
Is it in technology?
Just in the folder.
Okay, all right.
Did I miss anybody else?
I thought you told me to go back and I went back to share. And went down to
It's not even straight.
Paste the website.
Thank you.
So
I'm like, it's at the end of the day, can you tell?
Check training, yes.
Okay. You should have it then.
Okay.
Susan,
Yes.
can you ever find out who the owner is of a Twitter account? Like, I'm following one called, I think it's Kemper Catholic.
Yeah.
I don't know who it is on the other. I know it's a
Exactly.
legit site,
I'm
but
following that one too. In fact, I sent them a message because I couldn't tell who created that.
So there's
and
no-
I said to them, look, we're looking to create an official one possibly for our school. We'd probably like to use Kemper Catholic as our name for our Twitter site. Can you please tell me who is the originator of this site? I'd like to have a conversation.
okay.
No,
But
they
there's
don't.
no way to just look it
No.
up.
No,
Okay.
no.
And they didn't get back to you?
Right. Penny could make a site and call it Mary Trent, and she could put all kinds of slanderous things about me if she wanted to. All I can do is report it to Twitter as a violation, and that's it.
They can take it down
They can take it down.
if there's enough
But,
reason to.
right, if
They're
there's
not
enough
gonna
reason.
take Kemper Catholic
They're not gonna
down.
take Kemper Catholic down just because I want the name.
Yeah.
No, yes.
Well, like what little reading I've done, very little on tech, but Facebook's a lot easier than Twitter, tweeting. So
Say
how
that again?
Facebook users there's more Facebook users in the United States today than there are tweets.
Depends on the age group.
Yeah.
Well, it does,
I
but
would,
the age group
growing.
showed in, like 18 to 25 and 25 to 40 to 65 in all three groups. Facebook was larger than tweeting and art magazine, just a monthly group. So I was kind of wondering why, where does Facebook fit with this?
Well, I'm gonna tell you that may be true in AARP magazine. It's not the case in school. Kids are on Twitter. Very few kids have Facebook. In fact, I've had kids explain to me that they have a Facebook account for nice things they post because the parents are all in it, and they're all do what they want to do on Twitter because none of their parents know how to use it.
Or Snapchat.
Or Snapchat.
Yeah, oh, they use Snapchat.
Yeah. So I think it's one of these things, I mean, trust me, I tried to turn my head to Twitter and I didn't want to jump on the bandwagon because I just didn't see a whole lot of value right away. But then the more and more I dip my toe in it, the more and more I'm like, this is something we need to know and do. It's not for our own development, but we need to know what our kids are doing. We are way late. I'm so sorry about the 15 extra minutes. I appreciate it. We can do another Twitter one if there's another, if there's more interest again in the future. In fact, we might do that to touch base with you again, to dip your toe into tweeting. By all means, feel free to follow me. I will follow you. Follow my followers. Follow people I follow. That's how you build your network up. Okay? And it does take a little time. Good night, guys. Thank you very much. Thank you.
It's nice to meet you.